So these are the habits that you need to teach to actually see changes and growth in your life, actually to see to accomplish what you set for yourself. Sometimes we tend to actually implement new habits to our life, but the reality and the truth is that you don't need to implement always new habits in your routine. You just need to ditch these ones, and then you will see growth in your life. So let us start with the first one. Waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel motivated before starting. This is a huge one because this actually keep you stuck. The reality is that motivation is a feeling. So motivation comes and goes. You actually need to concentrate and you need to build discipline and consistency, because once that you put discipline and consistency, no matter if you feel motivated, if you feel anxious, if you feel like you just feel that you don't want to do it, you just feel stuck, you will always push yourself to do that because you build discipline. Okay. And also motivation comes where you do the first step. Motivation comes where you actually start. Motivation comes when you start working to actually accomplish that goal that you set for yourself. For example, you want to actually build a business, but you said that you will start where you are in the right mindset, where your situation will change. How is your situation going to change if you don't start? How is your mindset is going to change if you don't actually start doing something to change that? Do you see how it's different in things? Like first you start doing things, then later motivation comes. The second one is restarting every time. Every time restarting the new routine, every time restarting to new habits, every time to restarting the new goals, every time to just restarting, just repeating the same circle. You tend to feel that you're consistent, but in reality you're not consistent because you are just doing the same thing. Okay, you're just, and this actually is like kind of teaching you to your word doesn't matter, because maybe you set for yourself a goal, but your promise doesn't matter to you. Like you don't listen even to yourself, because if you always repeat the same thing, it means that that thing that you are repeating, maybe that new habit or maybe that new routine that you always break and then you repeat, it means that it doesn't actually matter to you. Okay. And there's two different cases. One cases is when you actually just break the goal. For example, you said that you don't want to eat junk food, but you find yourself eating cookies, then you said that maybe next week I will try my best. That is actually don't working hard on enough to actually respect your goal. Another There's another different cases is where maybe you fail in doing something, then you understand, and then you correct yourself and then you retry again. You see that that's a different things, because one you learn the mistake and then you repeat by correcting the mistake. The other one is just you don't value your worth, you don't that you're not valuing your goals. That's two different cases. Okay. And if you tend to not value your promise, you tend to not value your goals, this will not bring you nowhere. That this you just keep you stuck, and you would think that you're consistent but you're not consistent, you're just procrastinating and you're just delay yourself. Another thing is consuming more than you actually do. In a society when we get a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, just with social media, with our phones, with television, like also by reading a book, we tend to consume more than actually we do. We tend to get a lot of information, maybe also the same information, but we do not do nothing. Like tell me, there's no use of you to always get new information if you don't practice what you learn. if you don't practice the knowledge that you get, if you don't practice the wisdom that you get. Like, it's just you to feel that maybe you're productive because you're getting information, but in reality you're not really that productive, okay, because you're not practicing what you learn. Okay, so it's a good thing that it's the good thing that you try to get information, but once you get information, practice what you learn. Okay, try if the information that you get it works. Okay, if it doesn't work, then change it. Okay, then get another information, but practice what you get. For example, you want to start a YouTube channel. Okay, so you search on YouTube how to start a channel, how to grow your channel, what kind of content you post. Okay, once you get all this information, try to make your own video. Try to practice what you learn. You learn how to edit. Okay, practice what you learn. Okay, this will help you to grow. Once you practice the information that you get, you will see a lot of changes. You will see that you actually start to grow. You'll see changes in your life. The you actually see you accomplish a lot of things by practice what you learn, the information that you get. Another thing is escaping discomfort by scrolling on our phones, by using phones. Phones are really a powerful tools. If we misuse it, it can be a distraction. It can be a distraction. But if you use it correctly, it can literally change our life completely. Like it can make us a lot of money and things like that. But sometimes when we tend to feel discomfort, we tend to find a way to actually feel comfortable again, by maybe scrolling, by watching videos, by just doing some nonsense thing with the phone, just by wasting our time. Okay, but we need to understand that discomfort is really an important step for you to actually grow and accomplish a lot of things in your life. People who are success in life, they first pass the discomfort, then after they got successful. For me, for example, I'm starting this YouTube channel, and I do tend to a little bit feel discomfort just to talk on a video, because my English, I do struggle with English because English is not my first language. So, but how do I actually see growth is by actually starting to passing this discomfort, and to always practice every day by day, making every new videos. Then after I will pass this discomfort phase, then I will feel comfortable just talking with on a video, just talking on telecam, and then my English will get better. Okay, so you need to understand that you don't need to escape discomfort, because you have to sit with the discomfort, and you have to learn. You have to learn to sit with it, because if you really want to change, if you really want to change your situation, if you really want to see changes in life, if you really want to get successful, this is the only way to get to successful. You need to learn how to sit with your discomfort. Okay, other one is overthinking. Okay, overthinking, sometimes we tend to overthink a lot, but we do not, like, we overthink in unsimple things. Okay, we overthink of things that we shouldn't overthink on. Okay, sometimes we overthink on things that actually don't need to overthink on it. Okay, overthinking on its own delays you. And imagine you overthinking this on something that is so simple that you can resolve quickly. Okay, maybe you have a little problem with somebody, or with maybe your channel, things like this. Okay, you don't know what to post. Okay, you haven't posted for some days, or you haven't actually worked on your business for some days, things like that. So now you are actually consistently overthinking, that you will lose followers, you will lose subscribers, things like that. And the truth is that sometimes you just have to work. You actually sometimes you just know what to do, but you don't want to do it. You just prefer to overthink that thing, and that actually delays you. It doesn't bring you to nowhere. Overthinking actually delays you, and it doesn't bring you to the to accomplish the goal you want for yourself. Okay, so we actually, many of us, I myself, I know how to resolve a problem, but I tend to overthink the thing before actually solving it. So we need to learn, we actually need to ditch this habit, because this also keep us a lot as like stuck. Okay, if we know the solution to resolve that problem, let us just go for it without overthinking it. This actually fastens the process of actually accomplish our goal. The sixth one is the comparison. And on social media, many of us tend to compare ourselves on social media, or like we see a luxury life on social media, or we see the channel, the amount of like we see, we tend to compare ourselves with people on social media, but the reality is we really don't know how hard work people they put in before to get in that position. Okay, we cannot always compare ourselves with everybody, because comparison actually delays us. Instead of you working hard to get that position that you want to get, that you are comparing yourself with that person, instead of you working hard for it, you actually there comparing yourself and say, oh, why am I like this, or why I don't have this, or why my life is always like da, 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 da. No, this just delay you. It just doesn't bring you where you want to actually be in life. It doesn't bring you to success. So we need to actually learn to also ditch this habit, because comparison, it doesn't help you. Like it just how do I say it, it just keep you stuck in life. Okay, so we need to ditch these habits. The last habit is later, like the habit that we always tell to ourselves, oh, I will do it later, or I will do that later, or I will resolve that problem later, or I don't want to think about it, let me do it that later. No, 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 no. Because if you always say, oh, I will do it later, the truth is that you will never do that. Like, I want to start a YouTube channel, oh, I will do it later. Or I want to watch that video how to be productive, or I will watch it later. Or I have to do my homework, or I will do it. I don't want to do it now, I will do it later. Like, the truth is you will never do that. And like, you will never get you never accomplish the goal you want to accomplish in life. You never get successful, because if you always repeat it the same habit, like this one, that the fact that you always want to do everything later, you actually never see success in your life. Okay, you will also really delay you. Okay, maybe you could have reached that goal faster, but you decided to always postpone the thing to the next day, to the next month, and reality that just delays you every single time. Okay, so these actually the 7 habits that you need to ditch to actually see changes and transformation in your life. And I promise you that once you change this habit, once you change it, and once you stop doing these things and you implement it and you replace it with new habits, you actually see growth. Okay, you actually see new things, changes, and new good things. You actually see that you accomplish your goal easier. You will arrive at success more easier, more faster. So we see in the next video. Bye.